See free daily horoscope in our Telegram channel. Follow the link in the description. Big 10 cards. The Knight of Pentacles symbolizes the virtues of patience, honor, and dependability, and his presence in your spread may indicate you also possess these traits. An alternative traditional view is that he represents a young man, a dependable bearer of good news who will soon enter your life. In this position, the card reveals a difficult matter is in your future. You may be able to avoid involvement, but if you see it through to resolution, you will receive an unexpected reward. The Page of Cups, if it refers to you in your spread, suggests an introspective nature, inclined towards art, and possessing a kind heart. You may let credit you deserve pass you by out of shyness. The card may also be indicative of someone, likely overlooked, in your own life who is in a position to outwit you in pursuit of a specific goal, although somewhat dependent on its position in your spread. The page is generally the bearer of good news. In this position, the card reveals you will find healing and a sense of inner renewal. If you want to get more videos every day and support the development of content, you can donate to Taron using the link in the description. Sensitivity and an affectionate nature are traditionally associated with the Queen of Cups, who is the emotionally open balance to the King. Despite her open nature, you will still find her influence to be largely passive, particularly for men. Her presence is a reminder to stay in touch with the emotional aspects of their character. You should take her presence as a gentle hand seeking to show you the power of your own inner aspects, whose power may be obscured by their quiet nature. In this position, the card reveals the success you've been waiting for so long is not here, but it is coming. Maintain faith, really, in your abilities. The page is always an intellectual card, and the Suit of Pentacles is traditionally associated with introspection and conscientiousness, which may form the basis of your own personality. When acting as a portent, the page brings good tidings for you or young people close to you, likely in academic or financial fields. In this position, the card reveals a new friend will bring with them a great but challenging opportunity, which represents both a risk and a reward for you. This card indicates conflict in your life. Worse yet, it is closely associated with defeat. It is likely that the defeat will be traumatic, and you will need to retreat and regroup. You may have suffered injury to your pride or self-esteem, but the Five of Swords is also a warning of a potential to get caught in the cycle. Handle defeat with grace. Move on, and success will come to you. In this position, the card reveals from defeat will come a victory. You must take your losses with grace and not give in to despair. There are times in every life when one must step back and carefully examine their situations and decisions. Finding the harmony in your spread suggests this is such a time for you. You are in need of a period of inner reflection, away from the current demands of your position. This retreat can be physical or a search within. Only a deep and honest introspection will lead to a solution. In this position, the card reveals a sudden flash of insight will show you the true road of your heart. Depending on your nature, the Hierophant can mean very different things. At its root, it represents doctrine, but doctrine can come in the form of teaching and guidance or rigid authority. Where it appears in your spread is also important, as it is most often indicative of your own approach to the moral, religious, and social conventions of the world. Considered wisely, it helps show the path towards fulfillment. In this position, the card reveals an ambition from your past, previously abandoned, should be re-examined. Symbolic of life cycles, The Wheel of Fortune speaks to good beginnings. Most likely you will find the events foretold to be positive, but being aspects of luck, they may also be beyond your control and influence. Tend to the things you can control with care, and learn not to agonize over the ones you cannot. Another card which indicates forces opposing you. The Seven of Swords points to there being a single source of your frustration. This is both positive, in that you may be able to identify that source and change your circumstances, and negative, in that this source may well be aware of you and deliberately sabotaging you. The road to your success does not lie in direct confrontation, however, but instead in guile. Instead of attacking the obstacles raised against you, find ways around them. In this position, the card reveals, rely on your mind to see you through your current difficulties. Strength will only take you so far. Your first instinct will most likely be to associate this card as resonating love, but much like love, it's not quite that simple. Not only does love come in many forms, but the lovers may indicate important or difficult choices ahead in your life. This is bad, in that the choices it signals are generally mutually exclusive paths to two very different futures, but also good, in that it confirms that at least one of those paths will take you to a good place. As such, if you happen to find it in your spread, you should consider it carefully but not fear it. It tells a story of difficult choices, likely painful, but that the correct decision in this position, the card reveals, victory is yours, if you can trust your intuition and follow it decisively. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel and find out your fate. If you want to get a personal prediction, look for the link in the description.